So I'm reading online every week, almost every week, about how some RV dealer over here, another one over there, is either selling out or they're closing their doors and going out of business. And I know that for those dealer employees, that is not very good news. It's not. But today's video is not about bad news. It's not about somebody who's been wronged by a sleazy dealer. Today, we're going to get the lowdown about what in the heck is going on at PPL Motorhomes. Now, if you're a regular here around this virtual campfire, you know I'm always saying great things about PPL, but recently they've been up to something. I thought I would poke around and see what my friend Scott Stonehill has got to say. Now, in a time when we hear folks in the RV industry downsizing, maybe closing the doors, and almost everybody cutting corners, it seems to me that PPL is doing great. I mean, really great. So we're going to find out if the rumors of PPL are true about them expanding, or if they're just more RV industry gossip. If you're an RV owner, or if you are selling your RV in the near future, today's video may be just the news you're looking for. That said, let's see what Scott and the team at PPL have got going on. I read the industry publications and I read about some dealerships are literally they're closing down and how difficult things are for some of these new dealers. But rumor has it things are going pretty good for PPL. Y'all are doing quite well in the used RV market. And I heard through the grapevine that you've got a big announcement. So that's the reason why I'm trying to get you to spill your guts to just me. Just tell me all about it. What's PPL doing?
Just for you, Alan, just for you. We've opened a brand new dealership in Decatur, Texas, just outside of Denton, which is north of Fort Worth. And we're super excited about it. In fact, we just made our first sale there recently. So, and a lot of traffic coming in there. We've got inventory on hand, and we're just super excited. We've been open now for a few weeks, but we waited for a little bit to make the announcement, and so I'm glad to be able to talk to you about it.
Well, I had heard rumors about that, you know, from people up in the area. What is it about Decatur, Texas? If you look at it on a map, I guess it's is it north of? It's between Dallas and Fort Worth, more and north, a little closer.
It's west of Denton.
Okay.
And forgive me for not remembering the exact highway number that's out there, but there is a ton of traffic on that highway. We got into what used to be a Jeep dealership, an automotive dealership, and we've converted that to our newest location. We're doing everything there: service, parts, sales, finance, and of course, we're doing consignments at the very best level that you can have. So it's a lot of fun.
I was going to say that must be awesome moving into a what previously was a car dealership. So you've got the bays, the service area, you got everything. That's awesome.
We have everything, and we're super excited. And I think what it's done for us so far is it's actually helping pull even more traffic to both of our locations now in that market. So, you know, previously we have Cleburne that's been open for a few years now. And this will be our second location in that DFW market. And we're super excited because that is the second largest RV market in the whole United States. And there's a lot of RV traffic up in that area. So I think having a second location there is going to do us a lot of good. It's also going to do a lot of good for folks that are wanting to exit the lifestyle by selling their RV and doing it with someone who can provide the service that we can.
Do you think you're going to have the same clientele, buyers and sellers in Decatur as you do in Cleburne? Or, I mean, pretty much.
I think there'll be a little bit of overlap, but I think our research has shown us that we're actually going to give us a little more reach out into the West Texas market and also over to north and east of Dallas and that area as well. So we're optimistic that we're going to be able to maintain what we've been doing in Cleburne and just add even more options for customers in that market.
What's going to be the biggest difference, or will there be any difference operations wise, you know, with your other, what is it, 5? You've got 6 locations now.
This is number 6. Yes, sir. And I will tell you, we're actively looking for number 7. So we're on a growth pattern. We're on a growth pattern. We had I'm not going to tell you who, but we had some information brought to us about a dealer that is for sale through one of our business partners. They found out that this particular independent dealer is for sale, and we're taking a look in that area as well. I can't tell you where
I
or
understand.
who, but I will tell you we're actively looking to expand even further and looking for number 7.
Well, this is such good news. I mean, you guys have been around for 53, 54 years or whatever. And now, I mean, you've always been around. You've always been number 1, so to speak, but now you're really coming into your own. I mean, I see PPL as it's the lifesaver for many people that are trying to exit the lifestyle or get a hell of a good buy on a used RV, because all you're doing is increasing your inventory, making it easier for people to find you.
It is. It is true. We're able to expand our website, and we're able to add more inventory, more choices. We're able to help people in various markets. One thing that I just became aware of, I knew that we had quite a reach on the buyer side of things. We've
Mhm.
actually sold an RV into all 50 states in our existence. And we've also sold an RV into 35 different countries outside of the United States. So that gives you an idea of the power of our reach as far as our website is concerned and our marketing is concerned. We shipped a unit overseas just this past week.
Really?
Yes, yeah. We do a lot of business out of the Port of Houston and ship things across across the ocean.
Across
Uh,
the pond.
yeah, across the pond, as the English like to say. But we do a lot of business outside the United States, and I think it's fantastic that we're continuing to expand our footprint across the U.S. We're mainly focused in the southern part of the United States, the Sun Belt area, but we're looking at just about any opportunity we can right now to expand.
I would think with the economy being as crazy as it is, and many dealers are struggling, that opportunities are probably not they're not infrequent. Probably somebody's phone is ringing at PPL saying, "Hey, you guys want to make a deal?" And I mean, it's just like the time has come. Is there any benefit for a seller to bring their RV to Decatur over Cleburne? Or I mean, are there any benefit to pick one location over another?
I think both locations are going to do a great job for you. Fortunately for us, because of the proximity of the Decatur store to the Cleburne operation, we're able to pull from our veterans that we have in our Cleburne location. We've kind of split our team a little bit on the seller side. I know you know Justin and Ashley. You've met them before.
Mhm.
They're veterans of our team. They do a fantastic job in Cleburne. We're having one of them in Decatur every day and rotating back and forth until we get that team solidly on foot as far as the seller side of the business goes.
Will there be any kind of a grand opening, maybe in June or
Soon,
something? Soon?
soon, yes. I would say by probably the first or second week of June. We'll be announcing that shortly, but we have that on the executive calendar. We've put a tentative date
Mhm.
down. I'll know more here in just a few short days on whether or not that's in concrete, because we're inviting some important people to come and be a part of that as well
Yeah.
from our investor group. So we're going to have that date set here just shortly.
Once you have that date, get with me, because I know that there's a lot of people out there that watch my videos, and
Mhm.
maybe they've never been to PPL, or maybe they want to go see, your new location. And I want to give them all the what for it. I want to come up and see it too. I think it's
Yep.
Highway 287 that you guys are on.
There you go. I knew it wasn't 281. It's too easy to say 281 for you and I,
Yeah.
because of where we live. But yeah, 287 is the correct highway.
So I want to ask you about employees. I see that the employees that PPL has. Of course, you've got some new ones, but many of them, maybe they're not as old as I am, but they've been around a while. I mean, you guys have got a steady staff of dependable people. And I know this may come across as a sales pitch, but I think it's really important when people love their job and they're staying with a company for a long time. It says something about the company.
It does. And one of the things that we've done, because we know we're in this growth mode right now and that we're looking for those opportunities, one thing that we've done is we put together a leadership development program. Several of our vice presidents, Adam Duckworth, myself, Kevin Hoffpower, are involved in that. But we identify people at each of our locations, and then we put them through a rigorous training program over a period of time to get them prepared for that next step, because we want the people who take over these new opportunities to be people who have been in our organization for a while. They understand our processes, they understand our culture, they understand where we've been and where we've come from and where we're going. And so they will be the nucleus of the new team. We just put our new general manager started with us in Houston, worked in our detail department, worked in our service department, became one of our service managers, moved up and became an assistant general manager for a while, and has now stepped into the role as general manager in the Decatur location. And so we're real excited for Margarito. He's going to do a fantastic job there. He's super excited. We did bring 3 veterans from our other locations into that store. So they will form the nucleus, and then we will start adding personnel from there. But I think it's super important that we understand that the people who begin in these newer locations will be people who have been with our organization, so that they can bring that culture and that process-driven mindset to that location and get it off on the right foot. Adam Duckworth, our VP of Business Development, has a big hand in what goes on in all these new locations. And then Kevin, our VP of Sales and Finance, and myself, I'm VP of Operations. We step in and handle those various areas as well, and give Adam a hand on the development of these folks too. But we'll be actively involved over the next several weeks in getting this store up and running to full speed. But we're super excited right now.
I don't want this to come across as a recruitment interview or any of that kind of stuff, but y'all must have some pretty good benefits there. I mean, like holidays and different times off, and I mean, it seems like a fun place to work with people that enjoy their jobs.
It is a great place to work. One thing that you will always know at PPL, we are always closed on Sunday. We are closed for almost every major holiday. We are closed for 4th of July. We're closed for Memorial Day, Labor Day, Thanksgiving, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, New Year's Day. All of those are major holidays for us. We do have quite a few benefits, 401k and vacation time, all of those things that most companies do allow for. But we've got really, really great working hours. I mean, we close at 5:30 every day, right?
Yeah.
Again, you're home every Sunday. You don't have to worry about going into the dealership, where a lot of these dealerships now are open 7 days a week. We believe that there's got to be a balance between your family and your work. And we feel like people are much more productive when that happens than they are if they have to give up one side or the other. Most people end up working way too much and maybe not ignoring the family, but not spending the time with the family that's needed, right? But you got to have that balance to be productive. This company finds that is very, very important in our culture, and we do lean that way quite a bit with our people.
Yeah, I can see it. I mean, for the many, many years that I've been coming to PPL, same people, and they're happy, and they don't. It's like like you said, the balance. They're not burnt out. So I want to go to people, buyers and sellers. What's the biggest misconception that you're seeing today? As we approach the summertime of 2025, for buyers or sellers of used RVs in terms of consignment.
I think the biggest misconception on the buyer's side is I just don't think that they see that there's an opportunity for them to save money there's a big opportunity right now to save money. When you're looking at what's going on in the new segment pricing has gone up significantly. Those manufacturers who are trying to stay in certain price points are doing that by taking content out of their units, so to keep the costs driven down, so you're not getting enough of the features and benefits that you were getting prior, but you're still getting the price at or a little bit above what it was before. I think that's part of the misconception. People can go out there and look at pre-owned, and they actually have units out there that are 2, 3, 4 years old that have more features, more benefits for less money. And you know, if you buy a pre-owned RV, that first owner or even the second owner took most of the depreciation hit out of that unit. And if you find something that's in good condition, you know, you're going to save yourself quite a bit of money, and you're going to be able to enjoy camping at a high level, and it's going to be a lot of fun. On the seller side, what's really interesting right now, I think there's a large demand for pre-owned. So we're able to get more money for your unit. If you're wanting to exit the lifestyle or sell your unit for whatever reason, there's a variety of reasons people want to sell their RV, whether they want to just try to maximize their return so that they can take that money and go out and buy another RV, and they don't want to do the trade-in factor on it because they just don't see the cost benefit of doing that. There are people that, due to health reasons, physical reasons, age, lots of different, or they tried it out for a lifestyle and they've decided now that they don't want to do that anymore, or they did it with the kids for a while and now the kids are grown and gone. Maybe the parents don't want to go camping anymore. There's a variety of reasons, but we can maximize the return for you. And our process is so transparent. We sell it. You know what it's sold for. We keep 10%. You keep the rest. It's that simple. It's simple and it's easy. And we'll get more for you than anybody else will. And that's been proven year after year after year. You mentioned early on 52 plus years in the business.
Yeah.
We've been doing this a long time. We have perfected our process to where a seller will get more for their RV from us than anywhere else. I can promise you this is true. I've been in this industry for almost 35 years. I've worked for the big box dealers. I've worked for private dealerships. I can tell you PPL is where it's at. If you want to work for a dealer that focuses just on consignments like we do, this is the place to be if you want to work. This is also the place to be if you want to sell.
Or if you want to buy. If you want to buy.
If you want to buy.
Okay. Hey, I got to bring this up. So
go ahead.
You had mentioned up in Decatur, you've taken over what used to be an automotive dealership, which is great, but many people don't realize the size of your parts department and the service work that you guys do. And I want to address that because I've on Facebook, most people are, oh, I love PPL. We used them. We'll use them again. But then they'll nickel and dime you. I'm like, they're trying to put money in your, I don't want to argue with people, but you guys repair things, you sell parts to make the value higher. Yes?
Yes. What we do a courtesy inspection on every listing appointment that comes in. One of our service personnel will go out there with the seller and with the listing agent, and we will look that unit over. What we're looking for specifically are areas of concern that a buyer would see that may detract from that unit selling. And then what we will do is we will offer, an option to repair those items at a price, obviously. But once you repair those items, then we'll be able to ask more for that unit than what we would if those items were left unrepaired or not taken care of. And so that's what the inspection is for. We do typically end up repairing many of the items that we find. And then we end up selling that unit even quicker than we would have sold it. Because if we walk in it and we see a problem with the unit, I can promise you if a buyer walks in and sees the problem, they're going to want to look at a different unit. And that's just human nature. If they see one thing that's wrong, they're going to think, what else is there that's wrong that I don't see? And that's normal behavior for a buyer. And so what we're trying to do is let the seller know, hey, here's an opportunity to fix something. What this will do for you is it's going to cost you, let's just say $1,200 to do this repair. But now I can ask $3,000 more on a retail basis for this unit.
Mm-hmm.
And that will bring you that much more money because that unit's been repaired. If it's not repaired, again, the thought process for a buyer is, if I see this is wrong, what else is wrong that I don't see? And what we want to do is we want to take those objections away by fixing the obvious things. Obviously, we want to get those done first. And then we will do our 19, 20 point inspection, depending on whether it's a motorhome or a towable.
Mm-hmm.
We will do our inspection for the buyer when they buy it and show them that all of those items are working when they take delivery.
But let me ask you this: if you were to tell me, Mr. Warren, it's going to be $1,500, we recommend you, it's $1,500 to fix the whatever, and if I say I don't want to do it, you don't I mean, are you?
I don't make you do it.
Okay.
I don't make you do it.
Okay.
No,
So
I don't make you do it. Now, if a buyer asks me, hey, I see that this needs to be repaired. Will this be repaired in the deal? I will already know that the seller said no.
Right.
I will already tell the buyer at that point that we offered to repair this for the seller. They've declined to get this repaired, so we priced it accordingly. And it's priced knowing that this is not going to be fixed. But if you want to fix it, then we will offer to fix it for the buyer at the same cost.
It's just that total transparency is one of the things that really is attractive for me. Let's kind of wrap this thing up. But if you said that the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex is the second largest RV market in the country. If I happen to be in that market, is there any advantage to going to the new store in Decatur or taking my RV or buying an RV from the one down in Cleburne? I mean, I don't know. Like, I haven't been to the Decatur, so I don't know. But is there any advantage to going to one or the other?
I don't think there's a true advantage. I think right now the only advantage for the Decatur store is the fact that we're going to be promoting and marketing a grand opening. And I think for that right now, I would take my unit to Decatur only for that reason, because there's going to be that much exposure because of the marketing we're going to do for the grand opening. I think after that point, Cleburne's been well established there for several years. And so we've got a great base of clientele. We have a fantastic service department there. In fact, I would say that is probably, if not our best, nearly one of our best service departments in the company. And so I have a lot of faith and confidence in what we do in Cleburne. I think Decatur's only going to add to that. Margarito, our GM in Decatur, was our service director in Cleburne before he moved over to Decatur. So we got quite a team over in Cleburne. I see no problem in going to either location. I think right now, I would probably take my unit to Decatur because of the marketing and all the build up to the grand opening. I think there's a lot of advantage to doing that right now.
I think some of your people in Cleburne are going, "Don't say that," but
I know.
No, I would. I'm just being selfish. I want the love. If I'm selling my RV, I want the love.
Absolutely. But we got great teams. We got great seller teams in Cleburne. We have a great sales staff in Cleburne, fantastic finance department. The GM there is a veteran of the industry. He's been around as long as I have. Keith and I, we tell old war stories. Keith and I have been in the business back when the motorhomes didn't even have slide rooms. So believe it or not.
That's a while ago. All right,
been a while.
Thank you for visiting with me. As soon as you get a date on that, on the Decatur grand opening and that event, please let me know. And I want to go on.
I have a date. I just want to make sure it's confirmed.
I do too, before I go and announce it. So anyway, thanks so much. And we'll talk to you again soon, Scott.
All right, Alan. Thank you.
All right. Talk to you. Bye-bye. Well, I told you it was going to be some good news. And how refreshing is this? There are some positive things going on right now in the RV industry. I mean, many dealers are struggling. They are. But the folks at PPL, they're killing it with sellers and with buyers. Now, once again, the new location is in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, a little town called Decatur, Texas. I did get an actual date from Scott after we stopped recording. He said to mark my calendar for the weekend of June 13th and 14th. That's a Friday and a Saturday. I plan on being there on Saturday and doing some live stream cut-ins during the day. And Scott promised that he'll have some door prizes we're going to be able to give away on the live streams. So if you'll be in or around the Dallas-Fort Worth area in just a couple of weeks, I hope you'll come on out and say howdy. Let's visit. I'm looking forward to being there and to meeting many of you folks who join me right here around this virtual campfire. If you think you can make it, let me know in the comments if you would. And that way I will be looking out for you. Again, that's going to be Friday and Saturday, June the 13th and 14th at the new PPL Motorhomes location in Decatur, Texas. As we get a little closer, I'll do a little reminder video, but thank you for joining me today. I do hope that when it's time to sell your RV, you'll give PPL an opportunity to earn your business. They'll do a great job. They will. And they'll get you more money for your RV than any other RV dealer. Y'all be safe. Have fun. Play nice. And don't leave your good manners at home.